Do you ever feel like you're never right in your relationship? You're always wrong. If you feel like that or you're feeling like that, I'm telling you, we're going to have a good time because we're going to bust some stuff, have some stuff, put together some stuff. We're going to really get into this because we got some good stuff here. So first of all, I'll make this big announcement. Rocket science, right? There is no right or wrong when communicating in a relationship. You're not right, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, you're not right. You both just have the right to feel, and it's okay to feel. It's okay to have an opinion. It's just okay. They're different human beings. There's no right or wrong in a relationship. And I can't tell you how many times I sit with people and try to work on, and we do, and this is very easily fixable, but digging this wedge out of a relationship where when they get into a contentious part or a fight breaks out or anything, it's right or wrong. And they spend countless hours trying to prove how right they are or how wrong the other person is. And seriously, think about it. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. When's the last time you're in a relationship that was a right or wrong relationship and you're like, oh yeah, after you told me all that, you are right. Perfect. You are right. And I'm so wrong. That worked out. That worked out beautifully. Oh, great ending. Never. I'll bet you never. Right or wrong gets you nowhere except for a good argument and may or may not talk for a few hours, maybe a few days. There is no right or wrong. I want to get that straight first of all before we dig any further. And that's going to blow some of you maybe away a little bit, blow you into a little hole or blow your mind, whatever it does. That's okay. But there is no right or wrong when you're talking to your partner. You just feel how you feel and they feel how they feel, and it's just okay. And it's just okay. Think about it. What difference does it make if you're wrong or you're right? Okay. None. In a relationship, it makes no difference. Right or wrong makes no difference. So let's quit beating over and over in our relationship, having this thing we can't get past because we're just getting into it. We get into it. Next thing you know, it's trying to prove you're right, trying to prove you're wrong. And this is why you're right. And this is why I'm right. This is why you're wrong. And this is why I'm right. This is why you're wrong. And we're going all over the place with this. And the end result, like I say, where does it get you? Big nowhere, but chalk up another contentious fight we just had. Get you nowhere. How disconnecting is that? We're trying to get relationships that are really connecting, really amazing, really great. And right or wrong just does that. It's an instant disconnect. So people feel how they feel. As individuals, we have our own opinions, and it's okay to have your own opinion. It's okay to feel how you feel. And there's not a right or wrong to it. It's just how you feel. And it's okay. It's just okay. We good so far? Hang with me. So I'm going to tell you, always at the root of a good argument, fight, call it what you may, explosive discussion, something, I can tell you 99.9 and maybe 100, but I'm going to say 99.9 something, maybe 99.6% of the time, it's a right or wrong, excuse the language, but it's a right or wrong piss a match. And get it out, throw it out the back door, get the right or wrong out. And once you can start sitting down and actually hear each other, validating each other, connecting, being okay with somebody feeling different than you, being okay with somebody feeling different than you, have a different opinion, have different opinions, but still can connect and love each other and want to be with each other, the whole ball game just changed. Your whole relationship, I promise you, will change. So what difference does it make? Doesn't matter who's right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. There's just not. Two people see things differently. It's just okay. It is absolutely okay. It's crazy how people become scared of each other, fearful of each other, of going and talking to each other so much, which there we go. The disconnect happens. We don't communicate anymore. We quit communicating as much because we're scared to death of each other, because I know that if I approach him, that's where it's going to go, because the right or wrong thing's going to come up. And if I approach her, I know where this is going, and this right or wrong thing's going to happen. Boxing match, better word, is going to happen. So what do? We just avoid. And that takes us even from disconnect to extreme disconnect. Now we're out here. And then we're barely breathing. It's not a great place to be. Not a great place to be. And pretty soon, out there farther, you're at crossroads like, do I even like this person? I don't think so. I don't know if I want to be here. No. Guys, this starts and ends in not a good way. But the great thing about it is it's fixable. If you're struggling with this when this is over, and you've tried to go to your partner, or you both watch this together and you're still struggling, you're not quite sure how to get over that wedge, please reach out to me. I'll help you. I do this all the time, and it's not that hard. And once people start connecting with no right or wrong, it's such an amazing thing. So if real connection is to happen, there is no right or wrong. I can tell you that again. If real connection is to happen, I mean real deep connection happens, there's no right or wrong. Because what happens is you move in to start validating each other's feelings and start being tender with each other. Once you start validating and being tender with each other, there doesn't need to be a right or wrong. It just doesn't matter. And that's where you want to be, right? So people become so scared. This is a terrible thing. People become so scared of each other and more scared because, let's face it, when you have this real contentious thing, this goes down and this is repetitively the 3rd time or the 13th time or the 300th time, there's nothing but a big blow up. Everybody's trying to prove their point and get nowhere. That's where it goes. It's a big boxing match and it gets nowhere, but boom, disconnect, distance happens, puts the relationship in a terrible, terrible spot, puts you in a bad spot with your person that you're supposed to be in this relationship with, to be the closest to, and you're the farthest away from them. Not good. So let's take the right or wrong, throw it out the back door, and start over. And I'm saying a lot, but I could really do 4 full-hour sessions on this and maybe get some of this covered. But I want you guys to have a basis, a root. Try this. Try having no right or wrong. When you talk, just try to understand where the other person's coming from, and then say, you know what? I don't agree, but I understand why you might feel that way. Or I know there's no right or wrong with us, but I can sort of see where you're coming from because whatever. And all of a sudden, what the amazing thing is, you start to connect, and it's so freaking awesome. You can connect by just talking, and the fear goes out where you want to talk rather than not want to talk, and have the fear of not want to talk. It's a beautiful place to be. So taking fear out the back door is a huge step. Once you take fear out the back door, sit down and talk about it. Sit down. From now on, there's going to be no right or wrong. From now on, we're not going to interrupt each other. We're not going to be rude. We're going to give each other space to talk. I'll do a video later. If not, I've talked about this a little bit. I'll talk about it more deeper. But if you're having problems wanting to hurry and talk while somebody else is talking, I'm going to show you maybe a thing called the pillow trick. It works well. It means the other person with a pillow, or it could be a pencil. It could be anything. It could be your thumb in the air. I don't know. You have something that when you have it, you get to talk. The other person can't. Once you start talking and pouring your heart out to the other person who doesn't talk but really truly listens, a lot of things are involved here. So I'm saying a lot of deep stuff, but when you connect with somebody else who truly is listening, not trying to think what they're going to come back with, not trying to convince you of their feelings or where they are and being right or none of that stuff. When you just start listening to each other, when you start maybe repeating back what the other person said, did I get this? That you said that you feel like this because of, and they're like, no, you almost got it, but let me just say it one more time. Or, hey, yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly the way I feel. When you start having that, taking right or wrong out of communication, you're going to be blown away what you can accomplish in your relationship. It will absolutely blow your mind. When you come together to talk about something, understand that we may have two complete, they may be polar opposites opinions, but we can talk about them. We can respect each other's feelings. We can respect each other's opinions, even though they're different. And we can actually just sit and connect and talk and be tender about it. No raising voices, no fighting, no have to prove a point, not have to be right, not have to prove somebody wrong. Please stop it. Stop the right and wrong matches, because it does nothing but destroy you as a person, your relationship. It is just destructive as heck. I can't even tell you how much destruction happens with the right and wrong boxing match. Now, so kick it to the rear. Put it in the past. Don't go back to it. Don't ever go back to the past and live in it again. Just put it back there, bury it, and be done with it. Remember the past? The past is there to be learned from, not to be lived in, right? This will help you a lot. Don't go back and live it again. Bury it, be done with it. Move forward, connecting with real validation of each other's feelings, realizing that, hey, I feel this way, he or she feels this way, and it's just okay. It's okay if they feel different than me. We're not the same people. And we can still actually have a great relationship feeling different, and we can actually connect feeling different. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's what we want, right? We want connection here. We want connection. I can tell you what will happen is it'll turn into validation if you can really communicate. That's a whole nother day for another video on validation, which I will do sometime. Validation, when you really truly validate each other's feelings, there is no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong when you're validating each other's feelings. When you're really truly doing it with love and tenderness, there's no validation. There's no right or wrong. Validation is huge. We all want to be heard. We all want to be heard. That's all. I don't think necessarily sometimes we want to be right. We just want the other person to really hear us. Like, I want you to really hear me. You can do it with tears. You can do it with pleading. You can do it with whatever it takes, whatever comes out of your emotions, your heart. I just want to be heard. That's it. And once the other person is really hearing you and validating you and being okay that you just feel differently about it, it's so awesome. So throwing it out, what's it going to bring you? A lot of things, and I can make a list of like 30, but I'll name 4 or 5. It's going to give you tremendous peace that maybe you haven't had for a while. There's going to be harmony. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. You're going to have contentment in your life and in your relationship. You're going to have happiness, some amazing happiness. You're going to be happy. You're going to lose the fear of talking to each other, and you're going to actually want to start coming and talking to each other. That's cool. It's going to decrease your stress. It'll increase your connection. Ultimately, it will increase your connection. So boot out the right and wrong. Come together. Be okay with just feeling differently about things. Let it be okay that you feel differently. Let it be okay that you're two different people. Love each other for being differently. Respect that, love that, and great things will happen. Get the wrong or right out. It will help you tremendously. I promise you.